to pick up yourself and go. You will find it's all you need to do. Reach down inside and find out you're the one to fly, yeah, the one to read, yeah. You can do all things, just choose.
Blessings, blessings, blessings to you this evening. Come on in, come on in. I have a powerful woman of God, Robin Cody Smith. Robin is a minister, leader, acclaimed author, certified coach, and a business strategist. We will be discussing, should I start an online business? But before I bring her on, I am going to ask you to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions for Robin, please put it in the comment section and Robin will answer. How are you, woman of God?
I am blessed, and thank you so much for inviting me on your platform. I tell you, I don't take it for granted whenever anyone does. So I am so appreciative to be here with you today.
Thank you. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Can you share with us who you are and when did you start or how did you start your company?
Okay, so let me just tell you a little bit about me. I'm Robin Cody Smith. I don't have a middle name. My last name is Cody Smith, and it gives honor to my father and to my mother. I am full-time employed in the government. I represent the top 2% of a major direct selling organization in skincare and color cosmetics. I'm licensed in ministry. I'm an author 3 times over, and I'm a business strategist. And I'm going to share with you how that business strategist was able to form the company that you spoke about earlier. In 2015 to 2016, I was on a special assignment with the government where I worked at home. So I know many of you got your first opportunity to work at home in 2020, but I did it in 2015 to 2016 as a subject matter expert for the government. And it was during that time I had different women asking me questions about business, whether it was direct sales or starting a business from scratch. So I would give them my ideas and they would come back and they were sharing the success stories. And I was like, well, that was great. Yeah. So during that time, I was like, wait a minute, I am really coaching people. That's really what I'm doing. So I decided to become a certified coach. Now, to everyone who's not a certified coach, we know that's okay because in the United States, you don't have to be certified. But I decided to be certified because if a Fortune 500 company would want my services and they wanted some credentials, I would have it for them. And most companies don't ask for it, but I wanted that and I wanted the training. So I'm a certified life coach, solution focused coach, and a transformational coach. So as a result of this coaching, I'm like, it needs to be in something. It needs not to be a standalone entity. So that's how Get Up LLC was formed. Get Up is an acronym that stands for Gaining Energy to Ultimately Produce. And what it is a training and development company. And we help women to start and build profitable online business. And we also help a few good men. And I'm really excited to say that last month, March 21st, marked 5 years that we've been in business.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You wear many hats. I didn't know that about you. You wear many hats. So let me ask you, why do you help women and a few good men?
Okay, I say that because I guess really in ministry, I've always,
okay.
I'm women in ministry. I have held numerous women's conference, and I have seen women who carry the goods. You know what I mean? They have skills, they have abilities, they have talent, their work experience, and they just don't see that they have that extra something. So I like to help them to see it, to identify and to pull it out, because that becomes the foundation really of starting any great business. And I do help a few good men, but that's why I focus on the women.
How do you define an online business?
For me, business equals profit. right? Because if your business is not generating a profit, then you got a hobby. So first of all, profit must be produced. And you have to have a product or a service that you sell that generate profit. So a business is those organized efforts. And I want you to hear the word efforts because it's attempts over and over. It's organized efforts and activity that produce and or sell products and services for profit. And of course, the online part of it is that you get to do it on the World Wide Web.
Right. Right. Wow. Wow. Why is now a good time to start an online business?
Now that's a question. That's a good question. You know, 2020 has encouraged us to embrace the fact that there are many things that are out of our control. Yeah.
Right.
We've learned that we can just walk into supermarket and buy as many items as we wanted. We learned that it was out of our control. Children couldn't go to school. It was out of our control. We couldn't go on vacation. It was out of our control. We couldn't even go to our jobs that we had. And being out of control like that caused some people not even to have income because it was out of their control. So the only thing that was in control during that, and we're still in the pandemic, is if you had an online business, you had a measure of control. Here's what I found, that because people were at home, we learned a lot of things.
Right.
Come on. Women, you learned how to do your hair because you couldn't go to the beauty salon. Let's get for real here, right?
Oh, yeah.
When there need to be repairs in the house, you couldn't call people to come in because they couldn't come in. So that's so true. That's right. They couldn't come in. So what did you learn? You learned how to turn on a YouTube video and get that thing fixed in your house.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of creativity and a genius that was produced there. People found how strong they really are. You know, a legacy Caribbean superstar, Bob Marley, said it like this. He said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice." So we learned how to be strong. We learned how to weather the storm. And these are some of the reasons why it's good to start a business. Now, let me tell you, an online business, CNN Business reported last year in 2020 that 60% of all companies that close would never reopen again. 60%.
Yes.
Why is that? That is because those businesses did not have an online arm to their business prior to the pandemic. So 60% will never open. There were some businesses that didn't feel that, such as Amazon. They were okay. Walmart, Pivot, they made it happen. Mary Kay Cosmetics, they made it happen. Why? Because they had an online arm to their business prior to the pandemic.
Right.
Now, in January of this year, another report came out, and it came from Forbes. Forbes says this, that during the pandemic, and you know we are still in the pandemic, that new businesses has doubled. Interesting. That despite the uncertainty of the market, right, that entrepreneurship has increased. That more businesses was launched during the pandemic than the past decade. Let me say it another way, that more businesses was launched now than ever before over the last 10 years. Why is that? It's because of these online businesses, right? And online businesses are more successful right now because of this. You have that transparent communication because you're online. You have that transparent communication because you're online. Now, back in the good old days, if you wanted someone to know about your business, you were going to put an ad on radio, try to get somebody to go on television. Not so now. You can go right to your social media platform and promote your business and be very successful.
Right.
In your business. Why? Because your future clients, your customers, they are getting to know you. They're getting to like you. They're getting to trust you, and they're becoming your customers. There's a phenomenal woman that I follow. Her name is Roshonda Pratt. She has the Rose Show. And she says this: visibility is power. Visibility is power. It is that power of online that is causing business to be Superman crazy successful. I mean, they're just like over the top. So if you've ever been wondering, if you've ever been thinking whether or not this is a time to start an online business, stop thinking about it, because it is the time.
It is.
It's the time. If you have dipped your toes into entrepreneurship and like, I am not sure, I need to think about it. Here's one thing I want to tell you. The consumption of online content, let me say it again, another way. The buying of online products, let me say it another way. The purchases of online services are higher than ever before, thus making this the great time to start an online business. We've been always moving towards this time, right? We've been moving towards this time steady and focused. I remember I was a computer programming analyst for IBM. And when 2000 came in, the big thing was Y2K. Some of you might remember that, Y2K. They thought the whole computer systems would crash because of that. That was when we saw a really shift in getting into a real digital place and making sure things was in compliance and in control. You know, now we got our computers on our watch. We can check the internet on our watch. So we are in a digital space, and you want to make sure that you are. And there's benefits to starting an online business. Absolutely benefits. Number one, I'm gonna give you 5 benefits. Number one is that you have geographical freedom. You have geographical freedom. Let me tell you what I mean. You can take your business anywhere and work it. Anywhere. If you're in a direct selling organization like I am, I can work anywhere in the United States and the US territories, and then build up to the point where I can go international. If you're building your business from scratch, you can start off anywhere in the entire world.
Yes.
That's geographical freedom. The second benefit of starting an online business, and I'm telling you guys, now is the time, is that you get to make your own schedule. Listen, you heard I'm full-time employed. And the only reason I have those other 2 businesses is because what? They're profitable. That's it. But if I didn't have the freedom of making my own schedule and having systems in place, it would be hard to do. But the flexibility of an online business, you can literally be on vacation. You can literally be asleep and still have your business generating a profit. The third benefit is that you get to create your own environment. Yeah. You don't have to sit next to Chatty Cathy, the employee in the office, who's always like, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that. You don't have to sit next to complaining Charles. No. But you get to create your own environment. Thus, you're creating a higher level of productivity to come from your space. Number 4 is that your income potential is up to you. Your income potential is up to you. No one is not going to like, well, I'm not going to hire her because of her race, because of her gender, because of her sexual orientation. None of that matters. No one can cap what you can make. It's you. You have the income potential in your hands. And the very last thing I would say, the 5th benefit of having an online business, is that you get to live your dream and not someone else's dream. But Robin, how could you say that? You have all these businesses. Let me share this. It is said that the average millionaire has 7 different avenues of income, or 7 different streams of income. So I got a few more to get up there. Okay. So those are the reasons why you should start an online business now. And those are 5 key benefits of doing it like today.
That was well presented. Make me want to go start another business.
Call me. I got you.
Can you share with us, because I'm sure there's people that's watching, how to get started in an online business?
You know, the thing about entrepreneurship, it appeals to everyone. Really, it does. Everybody has said one time in their life, I would like to have my own business. But the overwhelming part is like, how do you start? You know, what do I do? What do I sell? Who do I sell to? Where do I get my customers from? I'm going to share with you the best way to get started is this. Number one is to have faith in yourself, right? To know that if it happened for anyone else, hear me, it can happen for you. God is no respecter of person. How he's blessed one, he's willing to bless another. So first, I'm going to tell you to have some faith. And then I'm going to tell you to get yourself a business strategist in the form of a coach or a mentor who can guide you through the process, who can help you to avoid the bumps in the roads and those sharp lefts that you would have to make in a business. So those would be the two things I would tell you to do.
All right. All right. Very informative. Very informative. How important is it to have a business strategy?
Mm. Well, when you have a business strategist, or it means that you have a business strategy, right? And a business strategy is important because it is the vision and the goal of the business. So in the simplest form, without a business strategy, you're not aligned. You're not aligned to the what, the who, the why of your business. Those are key business questions. Like what? What is the goal and what is the mission for your business?
Right.
What will you achieve? Who is the customer that values what you create from your business? The how would be the strategies. What is the steps that you would have to take to get you to the point that you get your customers that will lead you to a place of profit? And the why is just the vision and the incentives that go along with the business. So business strategy becomes the clear roadmap in achieving your business desired goals. So without it, you're not going very far.
Right. Right. A lack of direction will lead to what?
A lack of direction let me know you don't have a business strategy here, where you don't have it,
Exactly.
right? It's like, going on a road trip and like I'm on the East Coast and I'm driving to the West Coast and I just have no direction. I don't know how I'm getting there. You have
Right.
no direction. So the business that lacks focus or direction will not be able to achieve their goals. The plans that are needed to move the business forward. So a business that does not have a clear future, a vision for the future, is not going to be successful. It reminds me of Proverbs 29:18. It says, where there is no vision, right? Or we want to say it another way, where there is no direction, yeah? Where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there's no direction, the business fails. We can
Right.
even talk about Habakkuk 2:2 as a strong support in this. It tells us to just write the vision and make it plain. Because when it's plain, you're going to have the direction. You're going to know how to go. You're onboarding people. People are helping you. They know how to move forward. So a lack of direction mean you are in a place called stuck.
Stuck. Wow. Wow. So true. So true. Who is your audience and where do they spend time online?
Now that's a really great question. And I think this is where a lot of people can falter or just make a little mistake here. Here's the first thing. When you talk about your audience, you're talking about your prospective customers. So
Right.
let's be clear on this. Everybody's not your customer. So you have to be clear on what product you have, what service you are presenting, and what would be the best social media platform for them. So example, for direct sales for me, I have skincare lines for every skin age. But TikTok would not be the place for me because I would not have my majority of my customers there. So you want to think where the majority of your customers will be. If you have let's say you have a publishing company,
Right.
you're starting a publishing company. So where should you go? Well, you might want to consider Facebook and Instagram, where your graphics and different things can be shown. So when determining where your audience is or where your future customers is going to depend on the niche you're in and the products and the services that you provide. Because if you show up where they are not, right? If you are selling products that is not for the TikTok generation, that is not for the Facebook generation, here's where you're erring. Like I'm posting, it's not, nothing is happening, because you have to go to the place where the majority of your customers will be.
Right, right. And with that being said, when taking on a new client, what is the first important question you ask before moving forward with that client?
I want to know their why. You know, why do you want to start the business? Why do you want to do this? Because here's what I've learned, that once that you can establish your why, that when there's a bump in the road, when your sales is not high as it should be today, your why will keep you motivated. Your why will keep you moving in the direction of your next level of success. So I want to know your why first, before your business idea, before all of that. I want to know
Right.
why you want to be in
To
business.
do.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Makes a lot of sense. What are you most proud of regarding your business?
Wow. You know, my business consists mostly of women, right? And again, I do have a few good men, so I do, right? To see a woman who, or a man for that matter, get over her doubts, you know, thinking that I'm not good enough to do this, or so many other people are doing this. Why would someone want to buy from me? I know 50 million people who are doing the same thing. Why would somebody want from me? Well, see, what's unique about what you do, and it doesn't matter who does it next to you or across the street, you are the unique factor. You are the unique factor. So what makes me really proud in my clients is when I can see them to get over that doubt, that they can believe in their natural gifts, their skills and talent, to the point that they're going, you know what? I can do this. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world.
Yes.
I can do this. I can move forward. I can take this to the next level. So I'm proud when a woman and a man just can get over that doubt that they cannot be successful, because hear me, they can.
They can. Exactly. And that doubt is real. But like you said, great is he that's within me than he that's in the world.
Yeah.
In any business, which is better to have, knowledge or experience?
You know, they say knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is power. It is not that you have knowledge. You know, one of the wealthiest places in the world is the graveyard, because there lies so much untapped knowledge. So
Yeah.
I believe experience speaks volumes. It speaks volumes than a degree. It speaks volumes than knowledge. And this is why so many people can be successful in the business, starting an online business, because they already have experience. You know, some of the best organizers is that stay-at-home mother who's
Yes.
organizing that house. You know, that's CEO work right there. And with a little
Hmm.
cultivating, it can be a great foundation for starting a business. So experience absolutely over knowledge.
Over knowledge. All right. All right. Well put. Well put. What have been some of your clients' biggest mistakes?
The biggest mistake that most people make in starting a business is believing that your product is for everyone. Your product is not for everyone. Your service is not for everyone. Let me just give my favorite example. So let's say you have some toothpaste. You're going to make some toothpaste. Okay, so I need to ask you a question. Who is your toothpaste for? Is it for children or is it for adults? Oh, it's for adults. Okay, so right now we know your toothpaste is not for children. Got it. Okay, anything else you can tell me about the toothpaste? Well, it's for adults that wear dentures. Okay, so it's not for adults who don't wear dentures, but it's for adults who wear dentures. To identify your niche, where you really are, is what makes the difference. Because if I'm advertising, if I'm promoting my business to people who are not wearing dentures, I've made a mistake, because I'm operating as if my toothpaste is for everyone, and it's not. So the biggest mistakes that a new entrepreneur can make is just thinking that your product is for everyone. It is not. Like for the skincare company that I'm in, we have different skincare packages. So that particular package is for a specific person, but I could not give an age-fighting package to someone who has acne and they're a teenager. So you have to know who that target audience is and understand your product is not for everyone. It is for a defined, clear, they would say avatar or person, right? That would value what you do.
Right. Wow. Wow. What inspires you daily?
Prayer. I'm telling you, when I first wake up, I'm just talking to the Lord. Just thankful to have gotten up and just communing with Him and understanding that He's the giver of life and understanding that every day comes new mercies. And I look for those new mercies every single day. So what inspired me is my time to commune with God.
With God. Amen. Amen. And this is my last question. How does God impact what you do?
Wow. Well, I would say this. I believe that you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Right.
I believe that to my core. And I don't like seeing people being mistreated. When I see it on jobs or any place, I'm always someone who speak up because I don't like that. And in my business, the same thing. So I would say basically it's Matthew 7:12 that says, so then in everything, treat everyone the same way you want to be treated. That's the eighth clause of that scripture. So that's how you see God in my business and how it is. It's just like treat people the right way. You're not taking advantage of anyone. You treat them because you don't want to be taken advantage of. You're not holding back information. You give it because you don't want people to hold back information. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. Boy, and if the whole world would do that, what a beautiful place this would be.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. On behalf of the Denise Newsom Show, I would like to thank our live viewers. Thank you so much for your faithfulness. Thank those that will be watching the replay. We really appreciate you. Robin Cody Smith, thank you for sharing your gift, talent, skills, and knowledge and wisdom to starting an online business. Ladies and gentlemen, Robin Cody Smith. Give us some hearts. Give us some likes. Come on, give us some hearts and give us some likes. Please join us next week. I tell you, you do not want to miss this powerful man of God's testimony. You talking about a miracle? Tune in to hear how God healed and blessed. Miracle Man Charlie. Have a good night and be safe. God bless you.